Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. My name is Rabbidluigi. In the last episode, we went all across Hyrule to some really annoying areas. I think mostly it was around Hyrule Field, which is what the information of the quest, which was obtained by the DLC, said. If I go in here, we got the Phantom Armor. It looks incredible. It's not that amazing. It gives us attack bonuses. But other than that, we have other things which give us attack bonuses, and I don't even think it has a set bonus. So it's not as good as the Barbarian Armor, which actually has more everything. It's better in every single way. But it looks amazing, and I think for the time being, at least, I'm going to keep it on. What I've done off screen, I've been a wonderful person off screen. You might notice in the top right-hand corner, I've got over 10,000 rupees. That's because I did some exploring, I did some research, effectively, because I wanted to find lots of taluses, and I've been to locations where there have been taluses. This is a very weird area on the map. Where was it? It might be here. But there's a Lionel here. There's a rock talus with rare minerals. If I can find the compendium entry for that. The point being is that I wanted lots of money very quickly, so I have there's a luminous one and a rare one, which gives me diamonds aplenty. I've sold lots of things. That's because we're doing some very weird things this episode, namely, or mainly, there's a few things I'd like to do. You might notice my health's quite low. That's because I was fighting a Lionel, which I wasn't entirely sure how to fight, because it had a club rather than a spear or a sword or whatever the hell it was supposed to be. So I'll get to that in a little bit. Anyway, the final Great Fairy in the game, very important, has the same story as before. You know, I don't really... All she wants is more rupees. 10,000 rupees! Oh, God. It's the worst nightmare, isn't it? Is there a cap to how many rupees you can have in this game? Because I'm sure if there isn't, then you can have more rupees than any other Zelda game or something. I don't know. Regaining her powers through the power of money. I get that. I understand that. That's perfectly acceptable. Look at it all go. I sold so many things. It's very much going to be worth it, I think. I'm not sure if I can upgrade anything to level 4. But at the very least, I can check if I have I can check if I can do it now. And I think I can upgrade one thing to level 3, which is mildly important, or level whatever. I like the purple hair. It's very, it suits you very much. It's a little rainy, which means it's not quite as picturesque a scene as it could be, but that's okay. What's her name? Mija. So the one who released me. We've done this so many times. I was expecting someone bigger, I guess. That's a little bit offensive. You saw how big I was with your hand. I don't know. But a slim little lad... Yeah. But a slim little lad like you will do just fine. Yes. Slim little lad is hard to say. Thanks to you, my power has been returned to me. And I think you'll agree, a good deed deserves a good reward. I can enhance your clothing, but... That's good. To the max. She can enhance clothing to the max. Oh, yeah. I can only do... Well, I can't do anything to level 4, but these are important. Bokoblin Guts, lots of amber. Need to start collecting amber now. But other than that, this can go... Oh, this can actually go to level 4. That's very important, because it gives me a thumbnail. I think that's all I'm going with that. I could also do that. Not going to do that, because I need Farish's Horn for this. We'll do this... Just because I like the Champion's Tunic to be reasonably strong. We've seen that cutscene before. Don't need to see that one again. I like the Champion's Tunic being stronger. I think the way it works, if I go back to here again, is that for every upgrade of the Champion's Tunic, we need more horns of different dragons, which is going to be a bitch to do, but at least it gives us something to work towards in the fullness of time. Maybe I'll skip through them when we get there. What's she going to do to... Oh, God. Oh, God. Link is having a wonderful time. I felt like I was a passenger there. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it, Link. It was lots of fun. I'm sure it was lots of fun. Slim little lad like me gets by. 28 max armor. It looks pretty cool. Somebody did say, when I badmouthed it not so long ago, that the the soldier's armor, which is renowned for its durability and defensive prowess, does become really strong when you max upgrade it. It's the strongest bit of body armor we have at the moment, which is lovely. However, I'm going back to the funky armor because I like the funky armor. Now then, what else was I going to do? Well, I was going to go to Tinggal Island, but then I saw a comment saying that I have to go get the Tinggal armor. Tingle has armor before I explore Tinggal Island, which I think is a reasonable request. I might sort of skip through a couple of these. I'd like to go to the Ancient Mask and the Strange Mask, but I don't really know a lot about them. So the Fairy Cloves. Find ruins where trade flourished. Like a ruined trade place. Ruins where sinners were imprisoned. Some kind of church. Sinners are imprisoned in churches. That makes sense. And village ruins next to a farmland where many people once gathered. I have no idea on any of those. At least nothing really leaps out at me. But I think they're all in Hyrule Field. So we're back doing this crazy shit again. There got to be ruins. I'll try and find some ruins. Maybe village, ranch. There's so many ruins. Hey, how you doing? You gonna fight me? You're just gonna leave? That's okay. I mean, you don't have to fight me. I know I'm really strong and everything. I can't. Okay, I can flurry rush that. You're just gonna stand here. I mean, I'm okay with that. You're quite tall. Okay, maybe just do that. I should mention as I'm sort of wandering around trying to find this chest that I'm at so little health because I fought a Lionel, which had one of these, which is a new weapon for me. It's an axe, or not an axe, it's a two-handed weapon. They fight in completely different ways, and it's one of the strongest, if not the strongest, two-handed weapon in the game. It's amazing, but it did cost me a lot of health as well. Okay, most recently, I cost myself a lot of health because I thought I was too cocky fighting a Yiga clan member. I've got 20 rupees. The road to recovery starts now. Getting a little bit dicey with the health, but I think I'm in the right location. I previously went back to, somewhere. Outpost Ruins, because I thought Outpost, that's some place where trade happens. Instead, I'm in Exchange Ruins, and I think I see a chest. Only problem is, there are lots of enemies around here, and they've kind of been a little annoying. And there's a Korok seed over there. I might have to be a little distracted for a second to go get it. I'm just going to catch up to it. I forget how this one works, because we very rarely see it. But it's mine now, as long as I can get it. There we go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Korok seeds. I'd like to finish this game at some point, and I think I'll kind of look over the Korok seeds for now. I won't really engage them too much, but I will endeavor to get all of them off screen before we get to the next batch of DLC, and then, you know, when we get to the next batch of DLC, I'll turn up and say, hey, I've got everything now. I've got all the nice things. That is not the chest, but I still think we might be in the right place just because I was getting nothing out of Outpost Ruins. There are a lot of chests here, which is a good start, and that's quite a powerful weapon, and I have space. I have a lot of space because I keep fighting things and breaking weapons. Oh, I see the chest. It was right near the Korok Seed Man all the time. There you go. There are a lot of things around here trying to kill me, such as Keith, and I would like to, you know, get this before I die, or before I have to pop Mipha's Grace. Anyway, here's Tingle's hood. I'm gonna look very silly once this is over, aren't I? Okay, so I looked this one up because I have no idea where sinners would be kept. I think, from what I've gathered, we have to be over here somewhere, because it's an area we've never been to. Maybe for some of the other ones I'd be able to see from the map. There's a shrine nearby, which is quite handy, because I've almost kind of been here before. But maybe from the other ones we'd be able to see roughly where we need to go. But I'm not so sure about this one. You're going to be really annoying, aren't you? That's okay. I can sort of avoid you by running near you. That's how that works. I don't know. But I'm kind of holding off on the recovery items, mainly because I don't have any. But also because, you know, you got to use Mipha's Grace while it's active. So, you know, you might... Thankfully, it's not like old Zelda games. And this is something you realize now. It's not like old Zelda games because there's no constant shrill beeping in the background. It's some kind of... It's almost a pulse kind of sound. I don't really know. I like it. It's a nice addition. It's not very traditional. Because that's the sound. Like a sort of... That one. It's not as bad as it was before. Anyway, I'm going in the complete wrong direction. That's okay. Look at all the shit which I found in this part of the world. I think this is also, or rather, because I've looked it up, because I'm taking way too long trying to find these locations. There is the Castle Town ruins or something. I don't know. It sounds awesome. Not Castle Town ruins. Castle Town, like, prison ruins. That's terrifying. You know, like abandoned prisons. That's where all the hauntings happen, aren't there? I don't know. There's a bombable wall. I know there's a bombable wall somewhere else, which is kind of where the shrine is. But by the by, look at all the awesome minerals. I don't really have anything to smash these open anymore, so I'll just use an awesome sword to get a ruby and a diamond. That's okay. I need the money nowadays. Do I? Actually, that's a good point. Do I need money in this game for anything else now? Nothing really leaps out at me, although Korok puzzles do, because I've been here before and I got to find a rock. Where can you can't find a rock these days, although somebody did say, and thank you for the really good advice. Maybe the really good advice? I don't know. But you can see rocks from a distance because you can stasis them. Maybe? I'm not sure. I thought that might work. Maybe I'm just not in the right location. There we go. Can I stay? Yeah, I can. Okay. So it kind of works, but you've got to be facing in the right direction. I would like to, as I mentioned before, explore Tingle's Island with Tingle armor. What a trick shot that would have been. I would have been very proud of myself. But I was a shoot. I'm trying to do exploring here, guys. You know, just give me a second. I'm doing work, and they're all trying to ruin it. You're not in the cutscene, even though perhaps you should be in the cutscene. That's okay. Korok seed. So many fucking Korok seeds. You guys are kind of ruining my time. That's okay. I don't really need all these chew jellies, but I can turn them into other more useful colors later. So, let's go back here. We're trying to get to here, I think. Or rather, I know. But I'd also like to get to the stamp, because I'm pretty sure that's where the shrine is. Because it's a bombable thing. It's one of those things where, you know, I could do it in my own time, but I feel like I should show it off, because it's what this Let's Play has become. We're 60 episodes into it, and there are a few people saying, when are you going to finish it? You haven't finished it yet. Almost that they're trying to rush me to the end, and I kind of get that, because I wouldn't say it's become stale. It's become enjoyable for me, but maybe seeing this every single, you know, 3 times a week, and I'm not really moving any, oh god, I'm not really doing any massive sweeping bits of productivity. Maybe that in itself becomes a little frustrating, but I'm enjoying it. It's a kind of game where you don't have to rush any part of it, because I could fight the final boss now. Based on my resources and my health and my stamina and all that sort of thing, I would have an easy time, but at the same time, I'd rather do the important things now and then fight the final boss than fight the final boss and do the important things afterwards, because I feel like there's been a lot of games where I haven't done everything for one reason or another before getting to the end, and then the motivation just dies a death, and I don't feel the same need. What's going on over here? Little concerning seeing the explosive barrels, but I don't feel the same need to do everything. Go back through it, get all the shrines, get all the special bonuses for doing that. I just don't feel the desire and the drive to do it. So while the desire and the drive is pretty funky, I'd like to do this now. So lots of money. There's some weird music in the background. I've never heard that before. Has it stopped? I don't know. It sounds very strange. Like, oh look, you found a shrine. Let's play some slightly creepy ambient music. I don't know. The shrines, I have to show all the shrines, basically. Everything else is kind of up in the air. Like the Korok seeds, not too fast. That's kind of it. Koroks, basically the shrines. We're here for the shrines and the DLC. And that's basically it. How long would I say? I'd say a month. Easily. We'll be fine with this game. Minor test of strength. I didn't even need to show you that. It was that easy. I got him with 1 fly rush and 1 jump attack. These minor test of strengths are very minor. But I don't want the battle axe. Battle axe is actually quite bad. Everything else, I kind of want. I'd like to get max upgrades on armor, just for my own peace of mind. It has no benefit. It has no great. I don't think there is a reward for getting all pieces of armor and having all the upgrades on it, but maybe it's something I do off screen. Oh, Royal Shield, I love him, because I need the shields, because I keep breaking them. I'm sorry. Somebody entrusts me with this awesome artifact, and I keep breaking them and ruining them, and not really respecting the craftsmanship that goes in them, because I just throw them at Guardians, and the lasers just ruin it. That's okay. But yeah, shrines primarily. Upgrades. Look at all the health! Look at all the health I just got back! I'm glad. I'm proud of the fact I did not take enough damage to have to use Mipha's Grace. But you do 1 shrine, you get all the health back. That's magnificent. But again, what was my train of thought? Do all the shrines, and then just sort of intersperse it with other things. So it's not just a couple of episodes of going around the overworld. It's going to be more than a couple, because there's some tricky things. But a couple of episodes of going around the overworld and just getting all the bonuses, because that, I feel, would be a little bit repetitive, but I don't want to make it repetitive. Anyway, I'm going over here. Oh, here we go. This looks promising and also kind of terrifying. However, people have been telling me multiple times that every time I should fight anything of any kind of great terrifying power, I should probably be using the Master Sword, because the Master Sword nowadays is really, really strong. Really a little too strong, which is fine by me, because I need things which make me feel a little better about myself. Things happened there, and I'm not entirely sure what they were, but I'd like to do a shield bash, just to prove I can do this, and that was apparently not a shield bash, because things happen. You're having a terrible time now, because I actually managed to get some hits in. And the Master Sword, in its current state, has a supreme amount of durability to it. Somebody said at least double, or like it has like 200 durability, whatever the hell that means. But other than that, somebody said the that's basically, it's right there. Somebody said the sword beams don't detract from the durability now, which is a little insane, because I thought like that was the only... Love the shirt. I feel like that was the only way that was the only way the weapon was balanced effectively. Anyway, I again don't really know where I'm going, so I'm gonna look it up. I'm thinking that if I continue playing this game and getting all the upgrades and all the Korok seed upgrades and effectively getting all the goddamn Korok seeds, I should be in a very good position around about the time when the next batch of DLC comes out, which is near the end of this year. Almost, I think it's New Year's Eve this year, which is kind of insane when you think of that as a timescale, but I don't have to show myself in painstakingly slow episodes getting all the Korok seeds, because I feel like, you know, I can inject a certain amount of entertainment value into this, but not that much. I can't make it that interesting forever, but, you know, I do what I can. You might be able to notice, and this might become more evident as the recording goes on, I have a slight cold. It's the reason why there wasn't a video on Sunday, because, you know, have you ever tried recording quite a decently length video with, you know, inflections to your commentary with a cold? I have. That's why I asked. But it doesn't sound good. It sounds iffy. It sounds dodgy, and I think it's better if I just give a weaker miss. It gives me a time to sort of decompress as an individual and take in things and play video games, which otherwise I haven't really had the chance to play, such as Splatoon 2, which is a game which I think is going to have a review which comes out like a couple of hours before this episode does. I'm not entirely sure. Nintendo sent me a copy and you know, brought me into London to play that game a little early, and it's a lot of fun. It's very similar to the first game, but it's a lot of fun. So, you know, check out that review if you haven't already. I'm not sure on the timing of that, but whatever. We won't fret of that at the moment. What we're looking for, or rather what I've looked up and found, a village ruins next to farmland where many people once gathered. And I'm sorry, but that's incredibly vague. So, rather than spend, and, you know, I should point out for the first part of this episode, it took me about 10 minutes to find an area which was even close to the description of the first bit of clothing for the hood. I am just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna look it up and find the area, because it's not the main point of this episode. I'd like to go to the Tinggal Islands and investigate what's on there, because there's guardians protecting it, which is madness, must be said. I still have to do this bit as well, which is kind of difficult. It's not that difficult. I'm sure if you knew the location firsthand, then this would be a piece of cake. But finding the chest in the ground, it's not that easy. Ice arrows are plenty. I have not got a lot of normal arrows, although I think I've got 10 arrows back in Outpost Ruins or something. Looking for a chest. Is that the chest? It is the chest. We are finally gonna... okay. We're finally... yeah, okay. I'll take these. I need, like, screws for upgrading things and buying armor and that sort of thing, but... we can finally fulfill a lifelong dream of mine, and it has been a lifelong dream of mine, of being Tinggal! Nearly being Tinggal. Being Tinggal! Night speed up. Why is my speed up at night? Why does that terrify me? It implies that Tinggal is faster at night, and that is very creepy. So I guess the question remains, where do we start? I think we start with Tinggal Island rather than Tinggal Island. It's spelt wrong, or deliberately wrong, so that it's like a knockoff, like a Japanese, not really Japanese knockoff, but a Chinese knockoff of Tinggal. Like, they couldn't secure the rights, so they have to call it the Ringgal Island, or the Tinggal Island, I don't know. I'm not expecting a lot, because not many people... You get this thing, when this game has been out for 4 months, effectively, a little longer than 4 months, you kind of get trickle down about information about this game, where they say, oh, you're really going to go here, you're really going to find this out, you're really going to find, like, the silver-maned Lionel in the Colosseum. Nobody mentioned that, by the way. When I said it was DLC, not necessarily the Colosseum area being DLC, would have been a bit weird if they randomly put a you know, whole Colosseum there just as part of the DLC, but in terms of there being a silver Lionel in there, which is a little bit funky, but you get sort of trickle down bits of information, not necessarily spoilers, but things that just people talk about as background information, background noise, really. And nobody has really mentioned Tinggal Island. I'm not sure if I should be concerned. It's kind of hard to... Why, is there an easy way to get there? Because I'm thinking there's not... There's a bridge there. Should we do it in reverse? I think we should maybe do it in reverse, because I'm feeling crazy. And we got all the stamina, literally all the stamina in the world, so not much of a worry. And have you seen this man? I mean, seriously, have you seen this man? But Tingle, the armor, he is ready. We are going to Tinggal Island as Tingle, and already there is a shrine nearby. So I'm feeling positive about this. Not so much about fighting Guardian Skywatchers, because we haven't really found a particularly efficient way of killing them, which is kind of a worry. Just gonna sneak by you, that's okay. I was never here. There's a silver moblin over there. He can stay there for all I care. Although, you know, maybe we should fight something. They're so terrifying. I mean, what this is the sort of the blind spot, I guess, that the Trial of the Sword gives you. That the Guardian arrows are really valuable in that. They're not so valuable in this. Silver moblins in that are terrifying. They're kind of terrifying in this, but I have a lot of ways of counteracting it, namely Mipha's Grace, which will just sort of absorb a hit, which otherwise I can't really take. So where is the shrine? Because I'd like to find the shrine, because it gives me a warp point to Tingle's Island, which I quite like. I'm thinking the slab is massively important, because it's hiding something. There's something underneath the slab. Gonna get it out the way. Remember when we were doing this on Eventide Island and using bombs, because we're... Oh, okay, that was interesting. Because we were using bombs, because we're kind of an idiot, you know. That's okay. Doing shrines is Tingle clothing. It's fine. We look really stylish with our very... dodgy hats. It's a bit weird because it's Tingle's clothing is styled on the fairies or the fairy boys, which is us. He's like a big fan of us, but no, I forget what is the thing of Tingle. He's dressed up after something, and now we're dressed up after Tingle, which is a little confusing. Drop and rise, the Carmale or male shrine. I don't know. So scales. I like it. We need to drop that on there. And then, that's kind of it. I don't know. I'm checking all corners of the room just for any hidden secrets or any kind of bits of the equation that I'm missing out on. We probably shouldn't use normal arrows because we have every other kind of arrow is more common for us. So, I don't know. Is this what is this? It's just a funky bit of architecture that looks a little bit like a switch, but it can't be a switch because it's not... it doesn't pop out of the environment, which is how Nintendo does game design. Anything important has to really pop. It's got to be coloured differently or be obvious to the eye in a way. So the chest is over there. This seems easy, is my point. And I'm a little concerned that it's not too easy, but a little too easy, I guess. I don't really know. Just put that down there, because it gave us like a peak to our jump, which might be useful. I'm not sure we can really make this... Like, make it higher. Make it higher and move it over. Is this maybe the only part of this puzzle? Like, yeah, okay. That's not bad. We're basically at the end, is my point. As a puzzle with a lot of complicated matters to it. It's not really living up to that. It gives me a diamond, though, which kind of, I don't think we really need diamonds for anything in this game. Other than, I think, maybe upgrading a few things. I don't know why that went up, because it didn't before. Okay, I took damage, and I'm going to pretend I didn't see that video game, because I'm not sure how I did that, but we don't really need diamonds at all, because we've, you know, I showed at the beginning of last episode, I've repaired the Gerudo, the Scimitar of the Seven, rather, which is the fancy Gerudo armor, Gerudo weapon for defeating Varnoboris, so... diamonds used in a couple of recipes, used in a couple of upgrades for equipment, and you can sell them for quite a bit. Again, what do we need money for? I'm not sure. Maybe buying some armor, which you don't really care about, but me wanting to get as much of this game done as possible, I kind of care about it. Like, we didn't get all the Desert Vo armor from the Gerudo place because we couldn't afford it at the time. Oh dear, it's now raining, and I'm kind of sheltered from the storm quite nicely, but we can't stay here forever, can I? Is there a way up which doesn't require Rivali scale? Yeah, this will be fine. I don't know. Oh, okay, there is actually a way up, but we can't use it because it's slightly raining, which is kind of awkward. However, Tingle is very well suited to the lightning. My equipment, not so much. The royal bow, gonna have to equip the ancient bow, and I can't have any of these, which is a bit of a shame. I also can't have most of these. That's fine. We're doing absolutely wonderfully. It doesn't seem like there's a ton going on in here. It would be fun if the Guardian Skywatchers were occasionally struck by lightning. Other than the Silver Moblin, it doesn't look like there's a ton going on. So let's move on to the other island, which is quite a trek up. What's this one called, I hear you ask? Well, this is Ankle Island. That's how you spell ankle. Right next to your near your leg. The ankle bone connects to the tingle bone. That's how that works, you know? Maybe you got the wrong message when they... What was I going to take there? Something made a something. I don't know. Slightly treacherous scenario to be backtracking and say, did I get that correct? That it just wanted me to take something? I don't know. This is maybe an insect or something. I don't know. I'm going up this precarious bridge in the hope of finding things. There seems to be an awful lot going on for not a lot being here. Like I'd expect to find Tingle or some important NPC who gives me a quest. It doesn't look like, you know, we've only been to one island, but it doesn't seem like there's a ton going on. Maybe we should do some more exploring and not complain about things. It is really warm here today. It's acting a bit against the current climate of this video game, where it's raining and thundering. We've had a bit of rain recently, but it's kind of the climate where it kind of doesn't really know what it wants to do. Like, we are promised rain at a certain time of the day, and the weather forecast is very adamant that rain will come at some point, and it's very important because a lot of fields around here and a lot of crops are dry and dying, so it's important to get the rain. But then the rain just doesn't happen, and then it rains at a really odd time. So predicting the weather is like predicting the future, except you've got a few models to actually do so, and it's not that easy. So what am I looking for now? Because Ankle Island isn't really telling me a lot about the world. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed. I was told, not really told, I think I was told actually that there's not a ton going on here, but by the fact they're named after the Tingle brothers, I would have expected there to be something going on. Only had one shrine. And I would argue, why would you want to warp to a collection of islands where there's very little happening? I'm not sure there's a ton happening either way. I'm going to go down here because this looks bombable. It is bombable. Okay. Good hunch. Got to drop bombs while you're flying and just blow yourself. That's my fault. Unfortunately, I have to drown, which will take a very long time. Should probably try moving and dashing. That'll speed it up. With any luck, we are not in the water. We're actually where we need to be. That's very helpful. But it doesn't... It's like the rewards are not quite as good as I thought they would be. Actually being here and, you know, getting here and negotiating the Guardian Skywatchers seems quite tricky, and there's not much going on here. Are we still on Ankle? We're on Knuckle Island now, and there's Davdi. You remember Davdi from Wind Waker? He's an awesome guy. Was that the guy... But there was one Tingle brother, this is where I forget my Wind Waker knowledge, which is going to bug the shit out of me. Iron Sledgehammer, actually quite good, I need to cough. Again, going back to the line of, I'm kind of unwell, but I feel like I should record some of this anyway, because I have schedules to adhere to, and I don't want to upset my own personal internal schedule, because, you know, I'm kind of a freak like that. But Ankle was the guy, not Ankle, David was the guy you had to get. Didn't he give you the Tingle statues? Wasn't he? What, didn't he really like the Tingle statues? Am I missing a whole load of things in here because I'm not necessarily willing to stop and explore this island, which so far hasn't really given me a lot of information. I've also found a lot of keys recently. I'm not sure why. Like, they've just flocked nearby. They're like, hey, you want to have a slightly uncomfortable experience trying to deal with this horde of keys? Yeah, that's, you know, kind of a problem. I need to get this out of the way, because there might be, that's the wrong one, might be something behind it. Probably not, but there might be. I don't know. Run out of the way. It's going to bounce off that wall, and the keys are just going to hang around. Would be nice if the boulder hit the keys. That'd be funny. It's some hearty truffles. It's kind of good, but kind of terrible at the same time. I don't know. Is this like an allegory for Tingle? Like he steals money from you, or doesn't quite steal money from you, but he's extortionate. It's extortionate prices to decipher your Triforce charts in Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, or The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. I can't remember. Where does the these go in that title? I can't remember. Can these keys just give me half a second's leeway so I can blow some things up? And I got no keys in that. That's annoying. This is not really... Okay, I didn't really want to do that, but something happened. I'm being shot by arrows, I think, is the problem. So maybe stop doing that. But you know what? I forget what I'm trying to say because I'm being kind of bludgeoned to death by Keese. Can I do like one of the... No, I haven't got the shock arrows. What happened to the shock arrows? Are you all fleeing because I killed one of your brethren? You better fucking flee. Yeah, get out of here. Is that all it took? This flying in formation is really effective, but not if one of you die and immediately you just scupper. It's, you know, maybe I should have realized that sooner. Rivali's Gale coming back a little bit late in the day, to be honest. There's a lot of, like, I don't know. This island is so far, or this collection of islands so far, has been a disappointment. It doesn't have quite the same pizzazz. That's a weird word to use, but it doesn't have quite the same reward for thinking about it. It's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like Tinggal Island, where all the Tingle people are. There's an arrow down here. Was that one of mine? I'm not sure. But it doesn't, you know, it doesn't feel like the... I'm gonna keep going on about it, but it doesn't feel like the concept has been really followed through here, or maybe it is. Maybe this is a bit of a meta commentary on how Tingle is actually kind of useless in a way. This is a Korok seed. We've come all this way for a Korok seed. My god, that was not bad. It kind of runs counterintuitive to how the rest of this game works as well, because you get the sense that you go in a direction, you're always going to find something important or interesting. We found neither, unfortunately, so I guess I'll go find Majora's Mask then. So the entry for finding Majora's Mask mentions that Colombo, or rather Lake Colombo, is visible. So we want to be near Lake Colombo. It also mentions about guards being gathered nearby. So it implies it's the garrison ruins again. But I don't think it is, because I kind of feel like to get the best mileage out of this DLC, they wouldn't have put two special items so close to each other. So I'm kind of thinking we go near Hyrule Garrison just to kind of... Just to sort of dispel the possibility that it might be here. And I'm fairly certain when I came here the first time to find one of the Phantom Armor. Couldn't tell you which one it was because I don't remember. And then we just sort of go towards Lake Colombo, which wasn't that where we did a memory because it looks a little bit like a horseshoe. Is that what I said? I can't remember. But I'm going to skip because it's a very long journey. Also, I don't really want to mention it, but I am a lot faster at night. I don't know why. Oh, I know why, because the Tinggal Armor gives me night speed, which is a little bit terrifying, but it means that travel when it's night is not actually that difficult. Hello, all the skeletons in the world. I'd like to, like, maybe just do one of these, get to it, then Rivali's Gale off the top of it, and then just glide towards this area, which looks a little bit more interesting than Lake Colombo. Can an area still be, like... You know, you can look at Lake Colombo from a distance, but if you're kind of surrounded by it on all sides, can you consider that to be looking at Lake Colombo? I'm not sure. This one has Garrison in the title as well, which implies that we're kind of in the right place. Sore throat. I don't know. There are a lot of enemies around here. Maybe a smart man would equip the skeleton armor. I'm not sure I can do that if I'm already in combat, but I'm just going to sort of run around quickly and try not to be killed by too many terrifying things. This is a big pile of leaves. I don't think I can do anything about that, especially now that I don't have a Korok leaf, or haven't had a Korok leaf for a very long time, so, I think we just look around for a chest. Oh, he's done it. He's found it. He's found something. I'm not sure if this is the chest. Oh, I think it is, because it's kind of large and magnetic. This is a very interesting item, by the way. Majora's Mask. Wearing it makes it harder for certain enemies to spot you, which is kind of an interesting idea. I mean, do you think this makes me harder to spot? I'm not sure it does. It's kind of... It glows in the dark, which implies that... How would you not be able to spot this? Or you look at it and you become so terrified that you think, you know, I'm gonna look in a different direction and not look that straight in the eye, because you know, that's not a fight you want to pick. Oh shit! I was gonna ask, or I was gonna look it up actually, where the hell Regencia River is, because I don't think I've ever seen it before. But that's where the Twilight relic is, soaked in the waters of Regencia River. Problem is, that's not the button. Regencia River seems quite large. When does it stop? River of the Dead. Have we been there? I kind of want to go there, but Regencia River is all of this, so I think we just go here and see what we can find. So I thought about it a bit and decided, hey, I should take my horse along on this one, because the description of the Twilight Relic, I'm not sure what that could be. It's very confusing. It said that it's bathed or drowned or soaked even in the waters of the Regencia River. And something about ruins, and I'm pretty sure if you look over here, looks pretty ruinous and looks interesting enough for me to think, yeah, we should be going over here. I'm very sorry, Jackass, I'll just soothe you one more time. Didn't really want to be jumping on top of it. That was very confusing, but we'll presume that this waterlogged ruin has some kind of reward. You know, there's only so many places it can be, I think. So maybe it's around here somewhere. That looks. I see every single chest. These layouts look very similar. I think they are almost carbon copies, because this chest is in the same place as a whole lot of other ones are. Maybe they're not always metal chests, but this is where, like, you know, over here would be where the journal is on the outpost ruins, so they're very similar in a way. It's good that they're optional, because, you know, it means that they can put a whole load of them in the game. So, where would, you know, if I was a chest containing some kind of awesome treasure, some kind of forbidden treasure, which is passed down for the generations, is supposed to be destroyed when it's not used. What was the thing with the Twilight Red? I know what it is. I'm not trying to spoil it or withhold information or anything. But what's the? That's not it. There's the chest. Okay. What's the deal? Does it only survive for as long as it's neat? I didn't want the rusty shield. I don't actually know what the rusty shield is when you make it less rusty, but we do have Midna's helmet, which gives me guardian resistance, which means I kind of love it, even though we have like a circlet which does the same thing. But also it gives me the hair, which I really like. So we are getting a whole lot of awesome shit. The only other thing left for the DLC, at least for now, is strange mask rumors, which is somewhere. Initially I came here to check out the journal. There you go. Check out the journal in the stable, which is just there. But I've managed to accidentally find a shrine. Could we not find it before? Was it hard to find? That's okay. What I noticed in the loading area, or the loading screen even, we'll see right now, we've only got 40 shrines to go. We are 2/3 of the way through of what I want to do before we can end this game. So, yes, here's the thing. Shrine quests, important. I have to look up if I've done all of them, and I know I haven't, so gotta do all of them. Tempered Power, the I can't say it. Miro Shaz Shrine, indeed. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the shrine quests, gotta do all of them. Also, a whole load of them, a whole lot of shrines that are hidden around here, or just hidden randomly in the overworld, for one reason or another, anyway, so we'll do this quickly. We might have to do the Korok Mask in the next episode. An iron sledgehammer, kind of useful, but not that useful. I can get rid of the Moblin Arm, because I definitely won't be needing that. Because I need something which can which can destroy some, things. Destroy some minerals or something. I don't know. What does that do? Is that ball return? That might be ball return. Okay. You want me to hit this, do you? It seems very familiar, or not very familiar, but it's reminiscent of the bowling game. So, do I hold this down? Is it gonna go a direction? It's kind of just I don't really, I'm not sure what to expect. Maybe we'll get a change in camera angle. Oh, that's exactly what we get. Oh god, this is gonna be actually quite easy, as it turns out. I see your challenge, video game. I show you a solution which you can shove somewhere, which is going to help you. Okay, so that was easy. He says. I expect more. I expect it to get a little silly. So this needs to go into that, which is going to knock that down. It's very much like a Rube Goldberg machine or something, ruining my ancient battle axe because I just want to use it. Okay, should use the Master Sword because for durability, it's a little ridiculous now. So up here, then that's gonna push that, and then we get up here. Oh yeah, puzzles, baby. Okay, is that it? That's not it. There's a chest around here. There's a chest around here. Chest through this direction. I see. Where are we going now? What are you gonna ask me to do now in this optional challenge video game? Is the place I need to put the ball? Is that moving now? I don't know. Why are you giving me iron sledgehammers? Why have I got? Okay. We playing some Tetris or something? Or they're just gonna be a bit more accurate with my aim, which is not gonna happen. I'm sorry. So that's not even hitting. That's not even close. But I'll humor the idea. I'll just keep hitting it. There you go. Max power, baby. Oh, yeah, bank shot. Not really. Although I did like the trail it left, because it looked a little bit like... If you ever seen, like, golf on the TV, when they actually hit the ball with their club, it gives off, like, a trail like that. Oh, I hit it too hard. Which makes me feel like I'm playing golf, even though... Not really. Well, I think the aim's off, but I think the number of hits is more like it. Might not be. Oh, that was an amazing shot. A little bit too hard. I have high hopes. I have very high hopes. That felt good. Why? Some of them just immediately die. I hit them so many times, but I'm very confused. Because I get the feeling that was too many. There has to be a middle ground. Like, that felt like it was too many. Felt like it was more than last time. Yeah. In the hole. Oh, it's just bouncing out. Oh, I have a needle. But it's too hard again. There doesn't seem to be a middle ground. Oh, there's no middle ground. IGN says 5.5 swings, which sounds madness. I think what that means is like 5 hits, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. I've ruined it. Okay, that's 5.5, so it's 5 two-handed. That's not even close, IGN. Oh, that was... Oh, it even bounced in the hole. I feel the golfer's anguish here. See, I don't know why that did not do anything. I hit it many times. Oh, okay, that's the best I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it there, because I'm starting to ruin weapons. I am gonna take the defeat on this one. I'll come back later in my own time, and if I still care enough about getting all the fucking, I don't know, the chests in the shrines, and they're not going to be that good. What's the best thing? What's the best thing that it could be? I can always find it elsewhere, and I value the durability of my weapons just a little bit more than getting a very exact shot. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's the same as before, and if I just got lucky with the first one, but it feels incredibly precise for something that the reward can't be that good. I'd expect something incredible for that. Anyway, I'm gonna... get this spirit orb, and I'm very quickly going to turn it into a heart container. It's for little rewards in life. It's kind of a consolation prize for failing that minigame so many times, but it is a heart container. It does make me feel better about myself, and, I'm not sure there's really a challenge in this game which is going to need that many heart containers, but I still like kind of the completion aspect of it, I guess. Anyway, this has been Rabbidluigi. This has been Let's Play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the next episode, we're going to get the Korok Mask, wherever that may be, and we're just going to do some quests, and do some shrines, and find some things which might be interesting. I'm sure I can find some. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.